Hello, my name is Aditya, and I help young men start making money online by fixing their mindset and doing work that they actually love. Instead of, like agency, drop shipping, all of these side hustles, or like AI generated YouTube short stuff like that. And in this short lecture, I'm quickly just going to cover how to guarantee your business will make money. And that's not an exaggeration. You seriously just need to copy this. And real quickly, I just want to kind of establish my authority so that the whole time you're not wondering, who am I? Why am I supposed to listen from a random kid? Chances are that if you're watching these kind of raw, unedited business lectures on topics like these, then you've probably wanted to start a business in the past, or you probably have actually tried to start a business in the past, like dropshipping agency, etc. And I'm here to tell you that I've literally been in your exact same position, right? So I used to have a dropshipping store where I'd sell these, I dropship these astronaut phone cases like that. And then I also, after that, since that didn't work, I started an advertising agency called Bloom Advertising. That didn't work either. And then I moved on to a core account on TikTok. And then I moved on to a YouTube channel. And you can see how none of this worked for me and how I kept switching from business model to business model until I applied what I'm about to teach you in this lecture. And now I'm actually starting to make money online, which is awesome. So basically, if you want to become a successful entrepreneur and you want to start making money online, literally just copy what successful people did and you too will become successful. It's that simple. And I'm going to explain all of it and give you a bunch of examples really to drive home the point. So obviously you're not going to want to exactly copy everything from, good entrepreneurs that you want to be like. You don't want to be exactly like to a complete T like them because you have a different situation than them, right? You've been dealt a different hand of cards, as they say. So basically take the general ideas and the advice that they give you because that's really helpful stuff, because that advice that they're telling you is the same advice, that's the same brain that got them from not making money online to starting to make good money online. So basically their advice and their brain is good, and it pays off in entrepreneurship. So don't reinvent the wheel. Stop trying to find these ideas for yourself. You can literally have the ideas given to you and you can have the advice given to you. Just take the general ideas and concepts and apply them and you too will become successful. Like don't take fitness advice from a fat person, obviously, right? And don't listen to your own ideas when it comes to lifestyle, business, etc. Because that same advice got you slash them to your current situation, right? You are completely and solely responsible for your own situation. You take full responsibility for your own situation right now. All of your actions that you've done have led to you being in your current place right now, your current situation. So that you have complete ownership for that. You have complete accountability. And so now I'm going to give you a bunch of examples of how you can actually apply this, right? And by the way, really quickly, before I get onto the 3 really good examples that are really going to help you in understanding this, I have a Discord server, which is the first link in the description down below. It has a bunch of stuff in there. It has Q&As with me, live calls, events, a great community of people who are literally just like you. It has lessons from me. And the best part is that it's completely free. And so yeah, clearly it is super valuable. So click the first link in the description right now. And if for some reason you don't like it there, you can always just leave the server. And so I have 3 examples here, and we're just going to start over here with the first one. So this is Charlie Morgan. He makes $1 million a month or something from his business. It's called Easy Grow. He makes a bunch of money from that, and he's a really good entrepreneur. And he also has a YouTube channel where he teaches business mindset and advice, stuff like that. And so what he did was he completely locked in on developing a really good product that would completely demolish the competition, and nobody else would be able to like compete with his product, and nobody else would be able to get as many customers as him. He'd have like a complete monopoly over the market because he just put so much more time and effort and thought into it, right? And so because of that, he made the best product and he had a monopoly, and now he makes $1 million a month. And also he read a lot of books and he learned from people that were greater than him. So he took advice from mentors and he also read books on great minds. So this is Napoleon. Apparently in one of his videos, he said that he read like a 750-page biography about Napoleon, and that really helped him apparently. And he also learned a lot from Sam Ovens. So Sam Ovens was his mentor and he learned a lot from him. And I'm going to get more onto Sam in a second with the third example. But yeah, this guy, he used to sell a consulting course and he made a ton of money from that. And now he has a social media platform that also is growing really fast. So he's a really good entrepreneur. So basically Sam was a really good entrepreneur and Charlie Morgan learned from him along with Napoleon and a bunch of other great minds. And then he took action and he actually applied what they said, and that's why he makes $1 million a month now. So you can see that I'm literally applying this myself, right? So there's kind of like a little bit of inception here. I'm literally learning from people who are better than me in entrepreneurship space, and I'm taking their advice and I'm actually applying it, and I'm starting to see results, right? So you can literally see this in action right now. And also the reason why parents give generally like bad advice for business / entrepreneurship, obviously they're good at other stuff, but in this kind of field, they're not that good, is because if their advice was actually useful, then they'd probably be entrepreneurs otherwise, right? if they actually gave good entrepreneurship advice, then they would be entrepreneurships already, right? So don't listen to them if you don't want to be in their position, just as a general rule and thumb, because the economy and market is changing, right? So whatever worked for your parents like 20, 30 years ago probably isn't going to work for you now, right? Because the whole economy and the market has changed. Stuff is shifting more towards tech, and university degrees are changing and they're becoming less and less useful and stuff like that, whatever. But the economy and the market is changing, and what worked for your parents and your grandparents, whatever, it will not work for you, not at least not as good as how much it worked for them. So basically just kind of ignore their advice, because then there would be entrepreneurships. And so lastly, we have Sam Ovens. So this guy runs the rapidly growing. And so the last example is going to be about Sam Ovens. So this guy owns like the super rapidly growing social media called, here's a name, Skool, if you just want to look that up. And the reason that he's able to grow such a successful social media, which is rapidly, like super rapidly growing right now, is because he actually loved his work. He's always loved the work that he's done. And so since he actually loved his work, let me just draw this arrow. So since he actually loved his work, he worked on his business so much more, right? Because he actually wanted to work on his business instead of just doing it for the end result of money. Like he actually had genuine like passion towards the work. So think about like video games and social media, for example, right? Like the reason that you love doing those so much and like you're kind of addicted to those is because like those are enjoyable and pleasurable for you in the moment, right? So literally him working on his business was the pleasurable thing. So how could he not stop working on his business? He was addicted to a good thing. Then you would work on your business so much more. And guess what? Since you work on it so much, you build higher quality and quantity stuff. And then you build the best product in the industry. And then you get a monopoly. And then you get a bunch of people coming to your social media, your product, whatever. You get a bunch more sales and you get a bunch more money. And now his social media, it's growing so rapidly. And so this is Alex Hormozi. He's like the co-founder or like a big investor in it or something. His net worth is like literally $100 million. You probably know his books, $100 million offers and $100 million leads. This guy is a really good entrepreneur. Let me just write his name down really quickly if you want to learn more. It is Alex Hormozi. That's his name right there. And yeah, lastly, I just want to remind you that I am literally applying all of these examples myself, right? So I'm applying what greater minds than me told me to do, right? So there's definitely some inception going on here. And I'm actually starting to make money online because of it. So that's great. And it's actually starting to pay off and actually work instead of, doing these kind of side hustles and stuff that the people who are teaching you how to do them, they didn't actually do them themselves. They're just doing it because they know it's going to get views, right? They know that a drop shipping video on, I actually made $100,000 from my drop shipping store in like 4 days, 1 week, whatever. They know that that's going to get views because a lot of people just want money quick, but they know that that actually doesn't make money. What actually makes money is applying what great minds in entrepreneurship have done and just basically copying them as much as you can with your current situation. And so yeah, that's about it for this lesson. Once again, join the Discord server. There is a ton of valuable stuff in there. Q&As, live calls, lessons from me, a great community of people just like you, etc. And really quickly, if the entrepreneur lifestyle is really attractive and like appealing to you, like being able to retire your parents and see like their proud faces, being able to travel wherever, being able to actually explore the world, like imagine not being able to live having like explored every place that you want to explore just because like you were constrained to a bad job, like not having to work a 9 to 5, like a boring job under a boss, being able to like invest in your health and also maybe some material stuff too. Let's be honest, like maybe a car, a watch, clothes, shoes, whatever. If that sounds really appealing and attractive to you and you don't want to, live just like a boring life forever where you keep trying these business models and failing, be sure to click the second link in the description right now. I promise it will change your life. Just check it out for like a minute or two. You can check it out for a couple minutes. And if it's not for you, you can just close off the tab, no problem, and forget I ever talked about it. And so yeah, that's about it. I'll see you in the next one.